A very good evening. You're watching Big Bang with me, Shruti. In a shocking incident today, a gang of dacoits allegedly entered into a house in Basaveshwar Nagar and looted the whole place, but not before unleashing violence on the inhabitants. Divya Shri, who is said to be the owner of the house, was tied up with her mother and child while the gang of miscreants began looting through house. From jewellery, electronics to 40,000 rupees in cash, the house was stripped clean of all valuables. The incident came to light when Divya Shri phoned it to the police control room at around 4 this evening. A case has been registered with the Basaveshwar Nagar police, who will be investigating the matter. Yet another case of broad daylight robbery has come to light from Basaveshwar Nagar. And this was indeed a unique way of looting people. The owner of the house, Divya Shri, was tied up along with her mother and her child. And the robbers looted them of 40,000 rupees in cash, electronics and other valuables. The case has been registered with the Basaveshwar Nagar police station and investigations are going on. And moving on, the government has upped its game against the protesters in Mandur. The sight of loud protests over the past 4 days wore a deserted look today after the police imposed curfew for the next 3 days.
The protesters in Mandur had locked the gate of one of the landfills. But with the situation now getting tense, police have imposed Section 144 in the village. In order to be able to continue dumping truckloads of garbage from the city in Mandur, the government has placed the village under a 24/7 curfew. It came into effect at 6 a.m. this morning and will continue for the next 3 days.
Well, this is the Mandur main road, and protests have broken out against the dumping of the city's garbage in Mandur. Now the police and the administration has responded with force. They have clamped down Section 144, which means prohibitory orders. People more than 4 or 5 cannot gather, make speeches, and such other prohibitions are enforced. And the police, you can see the number of police vehicles that have swamped the city of Mandur. There you see 2 police vehicles, 2 large vans, and a police jeep. Now, if you look all round, any number of policemen at Mandur. Now, as we pan the cameras, we will show you. Here we see 2 large police trucks, police vans. There again you see a large number of police jeeps and other vehicles. So essentially, if you look at Mandur, it's like a village under siege, because the police ensuring that garbage dumping goes on at the point of a gun, because Mandur, the residents have been protesting against the dumping of garbage for well over 6 years now. The protest really started in 2008, although dumping has started here from as early as 2006.
When the police intervened, they shifted the protesters to Narayana Mud Junction and led to the landfill sites. About 40 protesters have been arrested for having violated the curfew. Angered by the arrest, around 300 villagers, mostly women, staged a dharna at the landfill. But despite the loud protest, the cops were able to disperse new groups of protesters from the site around the landfills.
The police challenging them, saying 144 is in force and nobody can protest. So this is the impasse. So how will they protest, and what will the police do? This is the big issue, because the protesters clearly have come to protest, and the police telling them that no protests are allowed because Section 144 is in force. Mandur remains tense, and this will really be a tough test for the administration. With camera person Balaji, this is Bansi for News 9.
They came with JCBs to demolish structures, but they were taken aback when the occupants of the houses revolted against them. Ultimately, the demolition had to be withdrawn. What exactly are we talking about? Well, here's a report.
Venue Jai Bhuvaneshwari Nagar. All hell breaks loose. These visuals will literally shock you. Massive protests, crying women, lathi charging policemen. These were the horrible scenes you could see at Jai Bhuvaneshwari Nagar. The issue? Well, the slum board wanted to evict the slum dwellers at Jai Bhuvaneshwari Nagar near Siddhapura. And the moment the officials of the slum board stepped into the site to carry out their work, all hell broke loose. But why would the slum dwellers of Jai Bhuvaneshwari Nagar oppose their eviction? We will tell you the story in detail. These slum dwellers tell us that they have been residing on this plot for the last 50 years.
ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜಕೀಯಗಳು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಂದಿನ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಮಂದಿದ್ದು ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗಳದ್ದು ಕೋಟ್ಯಾಂತರ ದುಡ್ಡು ಹೊಡೆದು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ. ಆ ಫೈಲ್ಗಳು ಎತ್ತೋರೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಟ್ಟೋರು ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಡ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಾನೂನು ಉಂಟಾ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ?
There are as many as 900 households in this slum, and they say that this place is very close to their heart. But on the other side, this land doesn't belong to them. It is a property of Nimhans. Today, when the slum board officials went there to evict them with JCBs, they were forced to get out of the site. Even the JCBs had to be withdrawn. Well, it is not that these slum dwellers have been given a raw deal. Though they have been staying there for half a century, the land doesn't belong to them. Yet provisions have been made to accommodate them at Kudlu with well-built structures.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮನೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಳೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಮನೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗನೇ ಬಿರುಕು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಗಲೀಜು, ನೀರಿಲ್ಲ, ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತರುಗಳಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಯ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 50 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಆವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಸೇರ್ಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ.
But why don't they take it up? Well, some say that the new houses built on the new site are full of glitches like broken windows, etc. This is what the executive engineer of the slum board had to say.
ಸರ್, ಅದು ಆ ತರ ಕಳಪೆ ಕಾಮಗಾರಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವ್ರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ 3 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆನೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿದಂತಹ ಕಟ್ಟಡ ಅವು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಕಿಡಿಗೇಡಿಗಳು ಗ್ಲಾಸು, ಡೋರ್ಸು, ವಿಂಡೋಸು ಈ ತರದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟರಿ ಪೈಪ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಕಳೆದ 1 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದೀಚೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಸರಿಪಡಿಸಿ ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ತರದ ಮೂಲಸೌಕರ್ಯ ಒದಗಿಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ.
Also, out of the 900 households, 57 of them have approached the court and brought a stay order against the demolition. Plans were afoot to demolish the other houses today, but the massive protests forced the slum board authorities not to carry out their activity. The slum board has a requisite order to go ahead with the demolition plan, but the slum dwellers have got massive support from different quarters.
Resettled somewhere else, but the housing that they've been provided, it's in no. I mean, I'll ask anybody who's giving them that housing whether they will themselves go and live in those houses. They are inhabitable. There's no water. There's nothing. Those are. I mean, they are garbage holes. Those places. Nobody will go and stay in those houses. And I mean, the one simple question is: these people, they got a court order. They slept in front of the bulldozer. They are doing everything. They are willing to give their lives for this land. I just want to ask everybody in Bangalore if this dispensary which is going to come in this place is so important that they're willing to kill 900 households for that. They've done everything. What else can they do to get justice? Other than they have put their lives online for this thing. What else can they do to get justice?
They have even hired a lawyer to fight it out in court.
ಈ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ನಗರ ಸ್ಲಂ ಜನಗಳು ಸುಮಾರು 50 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ತೊಂದರೆಗಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಆ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಸ್ಲಂ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಅವರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕಾನೂನು ಬಾಹಿರವಾಗಿ ಸ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ತೆರವುಗೊಳಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆ ಸ್ಲಮ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಅದು ನೋಟಿಸು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದೊಂಥರ ಇಂಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಲೆಟರ್. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಎತ್ತಂಗಣಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತ ಅವಕ್ಕೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇಂಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಬಂದು ಎತ್ತಂಗಣಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಪತ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮಾನ್ಯ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಉಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯ ಆ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಪತ್ರಗಳ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಸ್ಟೇನ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಲಮ್ ಡ್ವೆಲ್ಲರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಎತ್ತಂಗಡಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ.
With such massive support, the slum board has withdrawn its operation. Some slum dwellers also brought stay orders from the court. So there is a moratorium in place on such houses who have brought stay orders. But the slum board has a deadline till June 7th. The officials of the slum board will go ahead with the operation with those houses who have not brought the stay orders. In all, the situation just refuses to die down soon. One can only expect stronger protests in the coming days. Verghese for News 9.